how did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figure most journalists would not disclose their sources.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. My favorite villain? I kind of like Diddy.
There are no misconceptions about me. I ain't never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just said?
Woo. This is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep.
We ain't baby all close.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look, Puff is
Nah. You working with Pac?
Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
who's telling the story, right? You can skew
People very close to the situation.
but you can create any narrative.
Woke up, I looked at the computer said, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say for? Nelly your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fiance. Say fuck that.
People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a, okay? He don't give a. He posted the Netflix thing. He said #1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up, okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew of Jay-Z.
50 Cent's Diddy docu-series didn't just arrive. It shook the streaming landscape, climbing the charts and catching even top names off guard, as viewers tuned in expecting curiosity or controversy, but encountered sharp, purposeful storytelling that felt more like exposure than entertainment. Just as the hype began to settle, unsettling rumors emerged about a potential second season, reportedly darker and more intense, with online whispers hinting at a broader scope, possibly involving Jay-Z, which if true could not only continue the narrative, but also reopen chapters many assumed were closed, and speculation suggests multiple influential figures might enter the spotlight, connected through power, rivalry, or unresolved histories, making the surrounding silence feel intentionally weighty.
I think, just to kind of like roll off of what 50 was saying, I did not believe that I did not believe that it was going to be this crazy, but he's been the biggest champion of it. And so I think the goal was, the original conversation that 50 and I had in sitting down and talking about it, in the wake of Cassie filing her lawsuit, which is when we kind of had our first conversation, right then, was understanding that there were a lot of rumors in the industry. There was a lot of talk about, some of this bad behavior. I think Cassie's lawsuit, the level of detail that, getting underneath the hood and seeing the level of detail that she brought forward was really a lot to digest. And I think that both 50 and I were really interested in the nuances of tackling a story like this, like kind of understanding, where does the role of victim, begin and end versus like being a perpetrator, and kind of understanding cycles of violence and these kind of reoccurring patterns, and just seeing how complex the story was, and that no one was really treating it like that. Everyone was just very focused on salacious headlines and with no context, and so I think for us, we wanted to put that care into the story.
But they did characterize it as a hit piece in the very beginning, is because they didn't get a chance to watch it, when they were saying that. And then after they see it, you see everyone's changed their mind, and it becomes the #1 dog.
But also, someone calling it a hit piece was a statement from Diddy's team. So, I mean, what's your response to Diddy's team? Of course, they're going to probably have an opinion. And then, what's your opinion on people that just say that you're petty? Are you petty?
I accept that. I'll take that. I'll wear that. I'm fine. I have antics that I've become comfortable with on social media because of the usage of social media. That's just that. You know what I mean? But when they look at, they'll say, me deciding to go on ABC is petty. The morning show is the biggest show. These people, they came. It's a great opportunity to be on that actual platform, but they looked at it further and said it's airing in prison, so this would be why I would like to do that. And it didn't come across as a reason not to. Of course, I was aware that it would be airing.
And for both of you, one of the other questions fans are asking is, there are a lot of great and powerful interviews in this, but where are A-list celebrities? Where are people in his orbit that remain silent? Like they've never really even spoken out against the allegations or anything that's going on. Are people just concerned about their careers? Are they afraid to speak out? Because I remember Harvey Weinstein, right away everyone was like piling on and talking. Why is everyone afraid to say anything about Diddy?
It's a part of the hip-hop culture. Like they think that they are telling something or just mind your business type of thing. Like, so if there's no, other than that, you would look, if I wasn't saying the things that you've heard me say, there would be nothing being said at all. So it'd just be, you would assume that the culture is for those behaviors.
As buzz for season 2 grew, Marlon Wayans unexpectedly joined the conversation after advising caution about 50 Cent's series in an interview, highlighting the long-standing personal feud between 50 and Diddy, and questioning how documentaries influence narratives, with his remarks on intent and accountability quickly striking a nerve, prompting 50 Cent to respond almost immediately with memes and pointed online jabs, transforming one opinion into a very public back and forth that kept their tension in the spotlight for all to witness.
Time for a social media beef with 50 Cent. What was it like in the family chat? Well, brothers, they were funny. Damon was like, why you pick the biggest brother? He's on gamma rays. Stick to beefing with Soulja Boy, Kevin Hart, people that we can beat. You fight him. Leave guys that got shot 9 times alone. He survived 9. And so I backed out. I just said his name. They asked me about the documentary. I was like, I didn't see it. And then they asked me about it, and I just gave my opinion. I was just like, I don't think brothers need to be quarreling in public like that. And then what I get into? A public quarrel with a brother. And I just think it was bad for the culture. And so I kind of backed out. I don't even say that name anymore. If you ask me, hey, you got change of $1, I need a half $1, so you need a half $1.
All right, so I'm gonna make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll.
What makes this clash so compelling isn't just the star power, but the timing, as tension erupted right when the documentary debate was at its peak, turning a single comment into days of online mockery, memes, and non-stop digital sparring, with Marlon repeatedly insisting his words weren't about defending Diddy or taking sides, but about fairness, intent, and how stories are shaped. Yet, to 50 Cent and to fans watching, it struck a nerve, making one thing clear. Marlon Wayans is no longer just observing the moment, he has become part of the narrative itself.
You think about the back and forth between 50 and Marlon Wayans.
With him and Marlon Wayans, I don't understand, Marlon got his own opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. He got his own opinion too. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to say whatever he wants to say. But, when you know somebody is going to war or don't like somebody or somebody got a beef with somebody, unless you want to be a part of that beef or take a part of that, why you gonna get involved in it? You understand? Keep your opinion to yourself. If you know those two people got a beef and you got a voice out here. Marlon got a voice because he comes from that family that has done a crazy, comedy shows and things for our community as far as being the elites of the comedy world and then of the movie world. And he comes from that family, bro. So, you putting his voice and saying that, 50 is doing something wrong and stuff like that. People can't tell people what to do and how to do with their lives and with their time and everything like that. And if he's going against Puff and he's putting stuff out there, that's his business. That's him and Puff's business. You understand? Like, people try to say I'm doing something wrong. That's me and Puff's business. You understand? No, but it's all right for him to send dudes to try to do something to me. It's all right for him to, send people or get them information so I can lose my job. It's all right for them to do the they do. You understand? But when they see somebody like me or doing it back or saying something, I gotta be some broke this, I gotta be some jealous this, I gotta be some hating ass and stuff like that. No, this is war. You understand? I might not have the ammunition he have. I might not have the people that he have. So for Marlon Wayans to go at 50 like that, both of them got money. You know what I'm saying? Both of them got, their own peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? But for Marlon to put out a clip that is an AI generated clip against 50, that's something whole different, bro. That's something whole, and I see that's happening right now. They got a clip of me holding a picture of Diddy and I think it's 50 or somebody in the bed together. You understand? I ain't never had that picture right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen that. That's a lie. But they're allowing that like that to come on the internet. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing people, to cut and paste and put stuff out there and make people seem like, they are some kind of fanoid, some homosexual ass whatever. And I know you can't say that on a thing, but that's what it is, bro. And I just hate that they are allowed and they can't be sued for doing stuff like that, man. And that's what, if you're gonna do anything, you should be able to sue somebody to be doing stuff like that. For him to put 50 in the hot tub with Puff or get that picture when he knows it's an AI generated picture, that was low. That was real low. But he said, so since 50 trolling, I'm a troll. So have that same energy when you see that man. Keep trolling when you see that man. And that's what I gotta say about that one. My whole thing about it is, bro, people going around saying, but Diddy's in jail. And him being in jail don't bring back none of the people that died, not only on his watch, on his making. It don't bring back Big. You know what I'm saying? I heard one journalist talk about Suge Knight is the one who, Big and set Big up and everything like that. So let me ask you something. Suge Knight was working in accordance with Puff to get Big out of California. He was working with Puff to keep Big from going to London. Suge Knight was working with Puff to do that? I don't think so. I heard Puff tell Kirk Burrows on that Thursday, yo, Big ain't going nowhere. You could go by yourself, but Big ain't going nowhere. You know what? When you look at things and they see things, you know that facts will change your feeling.
Next up is Jay-Z, a name that feels less surprising and more inevitable, as if anyone expected to emerge after Diddy, especially amid 50 Cent's rising momentum, would be him, given their parallel histories across decades of the music industry filled with alliances, quiet competition, and lingering tension that never fully faded. And now, with Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Fueling constant speculation, fans are quietly wondering if Jay-Z's chapter is nearing the spotlight, with nothing confirmed, yet the silence combined with the timing is exactly what's creating unease.
Point of view, was they really friends?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
50 Cent has only intensified speculation with subtle yet calculated Instagram moves, including a post featuring Jay-Z that fans immediately read as deliberate, sparking an instant flood of comments predicting the so-called Jay-Z files and suggesting a full season or special could follow. And rather than shutting it down, 50 quietly fueled the hype by liking comments that supported the theory, sending the rumor mill into overdrive, while Jay-Z's decades-long influence, extensive business presence, and close industry ties, especially with Diddy, make the prospect of a deeper spotlight compelling on its own, and his continued silence hasn't cooled the chatter. If anything, it has pushed online speculation further, with many treating his role in the next chapter less as a question and more as an inevitability.
Now, a lot of people think it's unethical for a rapper to be blowing the whistle on another rapper, given the fact that many rappers do the same things. Now, maybe not Diddy things, but like, you know, I keep telling you, I know many rappers who they do domestically assault their women. They have put their hands on their woman. They have beat their woman before. They have a domestic case. People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a f***, okay? He don't give a f***. He posted the Netflix thing. He said number 1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up. Okay. Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, and an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew of Jay-Z. And 50 said, please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it. But of course, he's being facetious because he posted the picture that he claimed he wouldn't post. Now, that's not the interesting part, y'all. The interesting part is when you look at it, 50 was in the comments here and he was liking posts. You can't see what the author, which will be 50, likes. But 50, and I guess I could post it on, give me a sec. I could post it on our burner page. Wait, what? Wait. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Every time I open my phone, I see like a million things. Anyway, because I don't want to slow the stream now. 50 is liking these comments, and these comments are saying, yo, do the documentary on Jay-Z next, right? Oh, actually, people posted on Twitter. So they're actually saying, and they're encouraging, and 50's liking it. Here we go. It's a 50 Cent liking a comments hinting Jay-Z's next. Somebody says, my only question. He's next, isn't he? 50 liked it. Okay.
Another name stirring season 2 speculation is Rick Ross, and this one carries real history rather than random conjecture, as the tension between Ross and 50 Cent is one of hip-hop's longest and loudest rivalries, dating back to the late 2000s and fueled by perceived lyrical shots, direct diss tracks. Be mentioned, he could step into the spotlight. It's showing that some hip-hop feuds never truly fade, only waiting for the right moment to resurface.
Hey guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I wanted to say to everyone, that I hope that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world, that part where the young guy was he did this little move and shit and got knocked the fuck out, right there. That does not reflect him. That reflects his camp, and he might need to go get the Dream Chasers or the 305 Killers.
Number 4 is Janice Combs, a figure seldom in the headlines, but potentially central if Season 2 explores how Diddy became who he is, as his mother raised Sean Combs largely on her own after his father's early death, providing the backbone of his upbringing while juggling multiple jobs to ensure stability and opportunity. And as a former model and school aide, she has publicly challenged the documentary's depiction of Diddy's childhood, claiming it misrepresented her parenting and overlooked the structure, discipline, and care she provided, which has sparked renewed debate, with some accounts from people familiar with the family offering conflicting recollections. And if the series delves further, then Janice's perspective and the controversy over how those early years are portrayed could become one of the most revealing and contested angles, reshaping how viewers perceive the origins of a powerful and polarizing figure.
I already said that I believe that he was victimized, and I think it happened long before the industry. People really don't want to look closer into his childhood and to what his mama had going on in that house. God knows what he saw and what happened to him in his own mama house. All of those strangers, them up involved, looking around, seeing what was going on. And let's just be clear, it sounds like her house was a house of, professional freak-offs. So who knows what he saw or what could have happened to him while she was busy entertaining people and pouring and getting tips, as she would say, for her after-hour life.
Oh yeah. He was. I'm gonna say he was surprised to hear that.
School bus driver. No, was he surprised or was he like, zip it, you talking too much? Because that's what it looked like to me. It looked like you talking a little bit too much. They don't need to know about that. While she was sitting there, because I was a bus driver and I was this, and I worked at the after hours. And I would pour them drinks and they would give me big tips.
She didn't say it just like that. Big tips. You know, in
Big pimpin', spin cheese.
in Sean's own words, in Diddy's own words, he had said he had a sigh of relief learning that he was the son of a hustler or a gangster. Like he wanted that status. He wanted to say that he was like a sigh of relief is a wild thing to say, that your daddy was a gangster or a hustler. That's what you heard that he was.
Well, I mean, like Tim said, they had a bunch of blaxploitation movies being played around the house all the time. They grew up with the Mac playing. They grew up with Superfly playing. Like, I mean, if that's what you got going on, you got two women in the house and there's no men around, and these are what the little boys are watching. You got basketball players coming over late at night. You got hustlers coming over, PIMPs coming over, women who look like they were modeling for Jet Magazine coming over. Like, it sounds like the nature of the environment is what shaped their perception of what cool was.
Another name quietly surfacing around season 2 is Ray J, an unexpected yet seemingly deliberate inclusion, as he isn't usually counted among industry power players, but has a long history of viral moments and unresolved tension that 50 Cent has never overlooked, tracing back to a notorious backstage incident years ago when Ray J confronted Fabulous at a Las Vegas event. An episode 50 has since recounted with sarcasm, highlighting how the drama fizzled while Fabulous went on stage unfazed. And more recently, 50 has kept Ray J in view by reposting clips from his media appearances.
Now, as a journalist, you heard me say what I said, and that's kind of what cranked this whole thing up. But then fast forward to the documentary. Saying that they was getting their ass taken, bro. Say that multiple times. We kept partying. Owe you some money? I mean, yo, what the f is going on in this world, bro? He said I woke up with females in the bed. Then I woke up and Diddy was in the bed. What was Diddy doing in the bed, bro? Ooh, man, I went and took a and my coming out way more runnier. I'm feeling sore around the rear end area. Okay, I got you. So I know what happened. I've been taken, and now I'm still here partying, acting like nothing's ever happened.
Another figure gaining attention for season 2 is Stevie J. And this isn't about old rivalries, but loyalty under pressure. As the longtime bad boy insider and respected producer stepped forward during the fallout from Sean Combs' The Reckoning, publicly vowing to defend Diddy at all costs. A bold stance that instantly ignited the internet, not just for his words, but for the intensity behind them, feeling to many less like support and more like a line drawn in the sand. And 50 Cent did what he does best, seizing the moment to turn Stevie's declaration into fuel for sharp commentary and viral mockery, with the documentary conversation growing darker and more intense. Stevie J's steadfast allegiance has quietly placed him in the spotlight, raising uneasy questions about how far loyalty truly stretches when the pressure becomes real.
Curtis, what's good, man? You and your feelings about Daphne? Is she with gang them? Or is it that you sucking little Rod dick? However it go, I want you to fade. For all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
I'm stuck to myself. I ain't with it. That's all you gotta do. That's all I gotta do. Think somebody want to fight me? My shit's up. I hope you get past the security.
Closing out the rumoured list for Season 2 is Floyd Mayweather, a name that fits naturally given his long and complicated history with 50 Cent, as what once seemed like a genuine friendship built on mutual respect, shared success, and public admiration gradually fractured under business disputes, clashing personalities, and competing egos, with financial discussions and branding ambitions colliding and private tensions spilling into public view, both men trading sharp online remarks and questioning each other's loyalty and judgment. And unlike 50's music-driven rivalries, this fallout impacted wealth, influence, and pride at the highest level, making Mayweather's potential inclusion especially compelling, as it revolves not around entertainment beef, but power, legacy, and what happens when two dominant figures refuse to back down.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my business, worried about what I'm doing. What Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna with nobody, and I don't want nobody with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, if I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for you haters today? I'm gonna go for $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all motherfucking day.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. The buck is out.
So what's the verdict? Is 50 Cent really gearing up to peel back another layer of the industry in Season 2, or is this merely the opening act of something far bigger? And could these 7 names be just the beginning, inviting fans to share their thoughts in the comments and join the conversation, while those who enjoyed the breakdown are encouraged to subscribe to stay updated on what comes next. And until then, stay sharp and stay locked in.